Yo, it's your boy Orion, one half of the Northwest Sports Fanatics, back at you with a new video. Today's late night video, NFL landscape after the NFL Draft 2020. The aftermath. Who is going to be a contender? Who is going to be a pretender? Can the Chiefs repeat? You bet your ass they can. And who's going to contend with them in the AFC? Who is going to be the top dogs in the NFC? I miss you guys tremendously. I've wanted to, record for, quite some time, but I know it's really, really late. But guess what? You guys are here. So, I figured that I'd hop on and we talk football. So we can talk about anything about your team, who you drafted, what I think, who I think is going to win the Super Bowl next year, who I think is going to be legit, who I think is, going to be closer to the playoffs, or maybe a team that might underachieve or overachieve. But I hope everyone is, doing the best that they can. I can't lie, you know what I mean, going through this, coronavirus, and not being able to, have sports live and get to like my regular routine. It kind of fucked me up. There was a point where I got, kind of depressed, and I just wanted to hop on and, let you guys know, mental health is really important. The commercials you see on TV is one of the things that really annoys me, because I know, you got to get the message out to the dummies out there, what's going on, wash your hands, don't party, this and that. But it's just like, for me, it's like just over and over and over. I get like, people are helping each other, this or that, but it almost makes things fucking worse. Can I get some fucking commercials that are just regular? You know what I mean? I know that we've got a crazy time that we're in right now, but show me something regular. You know what I mean? Show me something that doesn't have anything to do, with what's going on right now. I feel that, that would make things a little bit better. It's almost like, fucking getting brainwashed, on how shitty things are. You know what I mean? Even if you're trying to keep a positive attitude about everything. But let me just say hello to everyone, all the fans. You guys are, my favorite. Love you guys. Think about you guys every day. Every day that I don't record, upload a video, live stream, it's just fucking eats at my heart. You know what I mean? Because the thing that I love the most, right, is talking NFL. Breaking NFL film down, questions down, and you guys know how hardcore, your boy is. So, and I always keep it real. Even with Tom Brady, as you see on the screen, and Gronk, I'm not gonna act like an idiot, and say, hey, we're gonna, go to the Super Bowl. We're gonna win the Super Bowl, be the first team to win the Super Bowl at home. It's a possibility, right? But the schedule is tough. Saints are better, at least at this point, in my eyes. Brady's going to have to prove it. But I do think that the playoffs are actually attainable with Brady these next 2 years. After Brady and maybe Gronk leave, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But it's exciting for me. Justin Wills, yo, what it do, my guy? Ruiz, LA Rams, what it do? Ramily, hashtag. We'll talk about your uniforms as well. Charlie _64, what's up? Haven't seen you before, but maybe you're a new subscriber. Michael Pierpont, my boy. How's the Instagram going? I know I've been trying to get you and Lenny D and a few others to get, Instagrams, Facebooks, any type of, social media presence, something that you want to do. I definitely will rock with you to the end. Amber M. Nolans Saints. Hi, Ryan. This is late as fuck. Yeah, damn right. Especially, wherever you guys are, it's fucking 1 or, 2 in the morning. Bradley Davis. Who dat? You dat. And even though, I got Tom Brady, I got Gronk, things are looking good. JPP, Shaq Barrett, Jameis is gone. Now you guys have them, right? Wouldn't that be just ironic if Breeze has like a thumb that gets jammed, or, ankle that gets, rolled on, and then Jameis Winston goes against me and Tom Brady and the Bucks. You know what I mean? All the shit talking and how horrible he is. It's funny though, right? Once he's on your team, then you try to be like the positive about it. That guy sucks. He can't do anything. But he had LASIK. He can learn under Drew Brees, he can let them know what kind of plays they ran as a spy, right? He gets in there. He's got Michael Thomas, Can't Guard Mike, Emmanuel Sanders, AK-41, the alien. Maybe Jameis is better than we're giving him credit for. That's what the Saints fans are going to convince themselves, right? And that's fine, right? You know what I mean? But it's really funny how you can just be so negative about one guy, right? Then he comes to your team. Then you got to defend him to the end, right? Because it's your team. Nolans Saints. New Orleans. Nolans. The Saints. So whoever's on the roster, you don't give a fuck, right? You just want to have good numbers, good production. You don't want someone to be a liability. And I mean, if they're on your team, you got to ride or die with them, right? So, I mean, I get it. But it's comical kind of to me, right? Because I'm glad I moved on from him. But I did have a feeling that maybe that he would land on an NFC South team. So, and maybe he can revitalize his career, if he gets to play. But let's be real. I hope he doesn't play. I hope Drew Brees is healthy the next couple years. I honestly hope that Drew Brees wins a Super Bowl. Of course, I want Tom Brady and my Bucks to be able to do something magical, but Saints, Chiefs, Saints, Ravens, I'd love that. You know what I mean? I know that's a weird thing for people to think and say when someone like me who's a hardcore Tampa Bay fan, I'm not supposed to like the Saints. I'm not supposed to like the Falcons or Panthers. I'm not supposed to give credit where credit's due. But why us and here, the channel is so different is because we give you the best content on NFL anything on YouTube. I changed the video that's on the main screen to the Saquon Barkley highlights from a couple years ago, just to kind of show you. I mean, we have almost 900 fucking live streams or videos, and if you go back and you look at a lot of them, I mean, I really feel that you'll be entertained. It shows the growth, but I feel that we're slept on. You know what I mean? There's us and Sports Fury, right? Let's be real. People on YouTube, YouTubers, right? You guys, right? In the sports game, NFL. Right? Who are the top dogs that do NFL or, sports in general? It's Northwest Sports Fanatics, Marcus Hill, Orion Mikulek, a.k.a. O-Dog, your boy, right? And then you got your two boys on the Sports Fury. Great editing, representing the Cowboys and the Bears, right? We both follow each other, you know what I'm saying? But I feel, I don't know, I mean, it's just one of those things that, like, there's a lot of people that watch our videos. I just hope more people will subscribe and, hit the notification button, because I feel that, they can have the great editing and they can do their style, of NFL, NBA, and they do a great job. I mean, these guys are at, 81, 82K. That's amazing. Great job. Great dedication. A lot of times there's rivals and, people want to talk shit, on YouTube, but I'm kind of glad that there's, a couple channels out there that you can look to and you can get what you want from it. If you relate more to me and Marcus, a little urban, a little more maybe knowledge, more maybe dedication with the stats and, going through it. Or, if you just want to have a good time and, watch fantastic editing and these guys, talking sports, which they love too. Everyone's got a preference, but, shout out to Sports Fury. I'm not sure if they watch our videos daily. They probably see us as, competition, maybe not a threat necessarily, you know what I mean? But it's good to have that healthy, competition on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? There's not a lot that's out there. I know it's, not normal to, sorry, I got hella cotton mouth right now. The herbs in Oregon are nice. But, I like to be able to be real with it and give a shout out. You know what I mean? They put in a lot of work, a lot of dedication like we do. And it's nice to be able to see channels like the Sports Fury and Northwest Sports Fanatics grow. So, I mean, if you guys can really help us out, we're getting very close to 3 million views for our channel, which is a great, accomplishment, based on where we're at. And we're getting closer to that 20,000 subscriber mark. So I really encourage you guys, if you have anybody, just a friend, one person that that likes sports, or just, someone that that would enjoy what we do, help us out. Help us get to that 20K. We have a few hundred more, to get, and I need your guys' help, to be able to get there, because obviously YouTube is not promoting our channel as much as they did before, when we were just doing reaction videos and not making, any type of profit or money. They were just using our videos, we were getting views and subs, but we weren't really being able to, necessarily profit off our channel. But it was one of those things, we were working pretty much for free, and then they would be putting their ads on our videos, and they'd be promoting the shit out of it. So we'd be getting, 20,000 views on this video, 18,000, which was amazing, and then now they're not really promoting us that much, and we're doing more live streams, and it's like, a dramatic decrease. But, it is what it is. But I just want to acknowledge everyone that's in the room. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. 17 people in the room at like 1 or 2 in the morning, you know what I mean? And I appreciate every single one of y'all. Let's see here. Amber M. Hi, Ryan. This is late as fuck. Bradley Davis. Who dat? You dat? Justin Wills. People are sleeping on your Panthers. Agreed. Michael Pierpont, what's up? Hey, Young Fly Gaming, Chiefs, damn right. Michael Pierpont, how you like Jalen Hurts? That was surprising. I thought the Cowboys would be leaning more towards that with Dak and his situation, but for the Eagles to grab him, surprising. Anything happens to Carson Wentz, you don't have Nick Foles there anymore. I like him. He's like a Dak Prescott. You don't really know what you're going to get out of him, but it's nice. Young Nola. I miss my boy. We going up. Damn right. One of the hardest working SoundCloud, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Nola loves Instagram. I'm not really into Instagram that much. He loves Instagram. He loves Instagram as much as I love Twitter. I love Twitter because I get the news, you get the GIFs and the memes, and it's just, you can get all your sports information in one spot instead of having to go to ESPN app, NFL app, Bleacher app, But Young Nola, my boy. If you haven't heard of him, go to his SoundCloud, Young Nola. He's got a Lil Wayne sound. He's in his early 20s, very dedicated. And that's why we, see each other in the same kind of view and light. He's got the grind, the dedication, the passion. And sometimes it gets discouraging, when you don't get the views, that you want, or you don't get the subs that you want, or, you don't get the love back based on how you feel you really are. And sometimes me and Young Nola will talk, We never met each other face to face, but I really respect his grind, his passion. And he does mixtapes, He just grinds and grinds and grinds. And I love it. And whoever gets on first, if he gets a deal on a record label, or, I get on TV, or me and Marcus or whatever, I think we're going to link up. We're going to have some kind of business venture. You know what I'm saying? Because he's super talented. And one of his songs on SoundCloud has over 100K views. Just like on our Northwest Sports Fanatics. We have, a soccer video that's got over 100K. It's hard to get 100K. You know what I mean? If you're not a celebrity, or you're not getting pushed, by this person, or people that are famous. So anyone that's got anything that's 100K on any platform, YouTube, SoundCloud, Facebook, mad props, and it doesn't matter if the other ones have, a couple thousand or whatever it is, but he loves that, and I really appreciate him, and he's one of the guys that I'm really rooting for, because you got to believe that you can make it no matter what anyone says. You got to believe that you're the best. There's a difference between cockiness, arrogance, and confidence. A lot of people, don't understand Young Nola, or maybe even me. We're maybe a little misunderstood. But if you believe in yourself, no matter what you do, that's really half the battle. And over 100K, I think it's almost at 117K for one of his remixes on SoundCloud. So I really encourage everyone to go to Young Nola's SoundCloud and subscribe to all his different things that he has: Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, all that. Appreciate him very much. You're my boy. Ruiz, LA Rams. Let's hear about the Rams uniform. What you think? I think a lot of people are talking shit about it. You got Eric Dickerson saying it's soft. You got a lot of fans that hate the Rams, regardless if it's Seahawks, Niners, whoever, and they're going to talk shit. I like them. I mean, what I'm saying? Like, I know that the helmet design and the jersey design and the new logo, people are like, ooh, the logo is not really maybe what even the Rams fans #Ramily wanted. But I think a lot of people overreact. I think new is fun. No one's going to have uniforms as amazing as the the Chargers and what they did. But just because, you don't like that team, you know what I mean? It's just kind of hilarious to me when I watch, sports when we're on this COVID-19. And another topic I want to go over is Carson Wentz or Dak Prescott, who's better. And I want to kind of break things down for you guys and what I really feel, because I feel that a lot of people in the media are racist, right? Of course, your boy, I'm foreign. I'm half Japanese, half Czech. So I'm half European, half Japanese. Marcus is a brother, right? I've got friends of, all ethnicities, Caucasian, Brazilian, Chinese, African, Australian, you name it, I got it. But I really feel in the media when you see a lot of things and when you talk to fans, whether they want to admit it or not, right? There's a lot of racism in the NFL, and it should be one of those things where it's like you got different players of different, races, Caucasian, black, whatever it is. And you think it's one of those things, one of those sports where everyone comes together, and it is. And you can have a lot of fans of every race, get there, right? And I usually don't like talking politics or race, but you can definitely tell, let's be real, right? You get the brothers, they're going to be all over Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, Dak. They're going to be more because they want their race of their player to dominate. Who wouldn't, right? And then you get, maybe guys like Christian McCaffrey run CMC, right? You've never seen a white guy running back like that. So you get, certain bias, or, you like Carson Wentz because, maybe you feel you connect with him more if you're, white or Caucasian, and Dak is brother, so you just want to talk shit because he's on the Cowboys. I just think it's one of those things that Dak is a lot better than people give him credit for. If Dak was on the Eagles fans would love him to death. They would be like saying Randall Cunningham 2.0 instead of talking shit. You know what I mean? He's a lot better than people think. And the same thing for Wentz. People sleep on Wentz a lot too. You know what I mean? But I feel like a lot of the brothers in the media, or whoever, people that are foreign, right? They really hate on some of the other players that may not be their particular cup of tea, their race, or whatever, you know what I mean? But it seems like to me it's almost very blatant and clear. You don't really see people call it right down the middle like the Northwest Sports Fanatics. So, just want to bring that out there because I know you guys notice it too. When they talk about certain players, and if it's their race of their guy, they just defend that guy to the end, even if they don't believe it. And it's kind of annoying to me, just be real. Have you guys noticed that too? Comment below if you guys have noticed that as well. I ain't missing nothing. Young Nola. Love ya. Saints winning the Bowl next year. Finally got a solid number 2 wide receiver to complement, can't guard Mike. Bradley Davis. Absolutely. Dre Pryor. What's up? Glad you're back. Glad to be back. Can't guard him. Can only hope to contain him. Aiden Adelman. What up? You got a better chance, though. Damn right I do. Chiefs O-line going to be nasty this season. Chiefs going back with it. Saints stole Cesar Ruiz from the Chiefs. Haven't posted in a little while. I don't think definitely going to the playoffs. I missed you. Though Orion, Amber M, I missed you very much. I miss you. I think about you guys like so much. It's like unreal how I miss you guys. I miss you guys like family. You know what I mean? Because it's like you can't just talk to anybody about NFL. You might be the friend in your friend group that's like the man or the woman. Right? The one that has all the info, the people look up to you for, information and things or that because you just have that passion. So it's like really awesome when I can vibe with you guys because I feel like you guys are on like my type of level. And sometimes, you talk to people with sports and you can tell immediately, at a bar, your friends, like within the first like 2 minutes, right? Who's a bullshitter, right? And who actually knows what they're talking about. Bullshitters are kind of funny. Right? But it's like, don't be fake. Just be yourself. You know what I mean? You don't know shit. Don't act like you do. Bro, do a podcast. Talk sports, football, life goals, positivity. Shit could always be worse. Bro, my dad's ICU sedated for 2 weeks already in Ohio, bro. He got COVID. Oh, my gosh. Ruiz, he said, I'm in Cali, bro. It takes a lot of courage and bravery, to be on a YouTube chat as a hardcore fan, Ramily, to say something like that. The prayers up, for your family. Yeah, it's scary. It's really scary. I can tell you with my mental health, with things, I mean, sometimes I get to the point where I don't get to the point where I'm like, I want to live or I want to die or I'm like suicidal. I know sometimes people can get that way based off things that happen to their life or just no sports, and you don't realize like, how important sports is to all of us that are in the chat now, and how you don't really want to take it for granted, but it's that release, and when it's been taken away from you, sometimes if you don't have a hardcore sports, team or player, maybe you don't understand. But I know with me, it's cool to be able to see some of the old games and the old footage. But it got me fucked up, man, for a while. I just got really sad and really depressed, and things were not looking too good. But usually whenever I get that way, I'll climb out of it, after a week, week and a half. I just try to be more positive. Things are going to get better. We're going to get back to, normal. And that's why it's one of those things that's tough, because I think about you guys, all the time, and you guys are very supportive of us on the channel. And I open up, I think, a little bit more than Marcus. Marcus is a little bit more reserved. I'll tell you anything and everything. You ask me a question, I won't lie. And I think you guys really respect how we call it, how it is. And I don't mind, opening up. So anything you need, Ruiz, you can email me. You need my phone number. You want to talk to me. You can message me on Twitter, and I'll give you my number if you need it. You want to talk. I'm in Oregon. You're in Cali. Sometimes you're just talking to someone, even if it's someone that you admire or you're a fan of, like on YouTube. I think a lot of YouTubers and people out there, they're not real. It's like TikTok people. It's like personalities. They act like they care about the fans and the people, but it's more about, just getting that check, getting that popularity, getting those views, getting that money, getting that endorsements. But I really do care, about a lot of y'all, every one of y'all, because if you think about it, how many channels will acknowledge every comment? Sometimes I'm like an hour behind, you know what I mean? And I know people want to be like, okay, I just asked him this, and he's, acknowledging all that. But I think that's the connection that we have here on the channel compared to, a lot of y'all. And I appreciate you guys, hopping in this late. Like I said, this wasn't necessarily planned. I did want to go online a couple of days ago, around that 5 to 7 o'clock range, but work. I'm still working at the warehouse job, and it's been tough. So full-time work, girlfriend, and, other things that are going on, and so it's like, if I don't have the opportunity to record, it's not like I don't want to. I literally could record and be on YouTube every day. I mean, I love it. I love it that much. And I love you guys more than you know. You guys are fantastic. You guys are great. How much do you think Jameis Vision played a part in his interceptions? Dre Pryor. A lot. Let's be real. When he was at Florida State, he won the Heisman, then played Oregon in the Rose Bowl, and we smacked him up. You feel me? Right? But I think decision-making and being Jameis Winston, the number 1 pick, was really tough. Marcus Mariota doesn't really have as much pressure as a number 2 pick, in the first round. But when you're a number 1 pick, regardless if you want to admit it or not, you don't want to be a bust. You don't want to be, a Jamarcus Russell. You don't want to be, not that he went number 1, but like Ryan Leaf. You don't want to necessarily have that, hanging over you. So I think a lot of times, he forces shit because he wants to prove, hey, I'm the number 1 pick. I could have played MLB. I could have played quarterback. You know what I'm saying? I'm smart. Sometimes he makes questionable decisions off the field. And with me, it doesn't matter if you're black, white, Chinese, Mexican, European, whatever. If you are a distraction, and immature, and you don't learn, from that. You remember like when he got on the table at Florida State, fucker in the pussy, and he thought that was so funny, got in trouble, right? Then went to the Crab Shack, right, in Florida, stole crab legs at the grocery store or wherever, thought he could get away with crab legs or lobster tail, you know what I mean? Young people do dumb shit, and he's, you're probably not sober either. They didn't really talk about that part of it. When you're drunk or, high or whatever, you're on drugs, you're on the yo-yo, you're on the CC, right? You're on Molly, you're smoking weed, you're on dabs, whatever. Sometimes, you're probably not making the greatest decision. Then he was in the Lyft or Uber, and he groped the girl getting a fucking burrito. You know what I'm saying? One thing is ego, but then it's another thing where it's if you're that type of person off the field, it's really hard for me to really root for you. I would take, the interceptions and the mistakes, as long as I knew that, you're growing and you're bettering yourself. But I really feel that he hasn't really necessarily matured. But it would be tough. Think about if you were Jameis Winston and you were at Florida State, right? Think about it for just a second, right? you're the man. You know what I'm saying? You're the most popular guy at Florida State, Heisman, quarterback. Everyone loves you. You know, everyone wants to be your friend. You know, it probably got to his head. You know what I mean? Like a lot, because none of us are going to really understand what it's like to be a number one pick or even in the NFL or professional sports unless you guys played, right? So people don't get it. But I just really, and the thing is, I'm an Oregon Duck hardcore fanatic, right? But I already knew they were going to pick Jameis. But the thing is both of them have underachieved. Both of them haven't really did what we hoped that they would do for the league. It shows you, you could be great when Heisman's at Oregon, Marcus Mariota, Hawaii, right? Islander, Jameis Winston, the brother from another mother at Florida State. Amazing talent, but sometimes it just doesn't work out, and sometimes maybe you need to go change of scenery. So we'll see how it goes. Bro, you and Marcus should be NFL commentators. Damn right. I really feel I was watching some of the older content, not to like toot the horn or anything, and I really feel that we're slept on. A lot of people, I look at the stats and the analytics on our channel. There's a lot of people that don't subscribe that watch. Maybe they don't, drop the like button, or they hate and they drop the thumbs down. You know what I mean? But I just kind of would hope that if you really go through all the media, Fox Sports 1, Colin Cowherd, Skip and Shannon, any type of, NFL Network, Good Morning Football, which I love, okay, Adams. But as far as YouTube, not being associated with any pro franchise, not being a scout, not having any inside information, there's certain channels on YouTube that can entertain you. You can watch them get drunk, and you can, vibe with them. But I feel with, ours, it's like we really put in more time and effort and energy on the stats, the knowledge bombs. You know what I mean? So it's not only, someone that you can listen to and respect their opinion or what they're, going after, what they're looking at tape-wise. But me and Marcus are both that way, and I think that's why you guys love us as much as you guys do. Taysom Hill single-handedly brought a new breed of player to the NFL. Well, there's going to be a few other Taysom Hills coming along, and I love them. Hey, yo, my dog, Paul Haywood. Score! How you feel about Justin Jefferson's challenge to step in and replace Diggs? Good seeing you, brother. Great seeing you, Paul. I'm almost getting caught up. I love it because obviously Diggs hurt. If you're a Vikings fan, let's be real. Things haven't been the greatest with Kirk Cousins. You overachieved. With the Minneapolis Miracle. A lot of y'all didn't really think that was going to be a game that was winnable. Then, you end up playing them this last season. I don't think a lot of people thought that Danielle Hunter or Everson Griffin would dominate the game as much as they did. And it shows you. Anyone can beat anybody if you have a solid team, offense, defense, special teams, coaching, GM. You got to have the works. But I do love Diggs' opportunity with Josh Allen, who's raw. Gives him a nice number one. But Diggs has been emotional and causing issues in the locker room and the media. You already knew that he was on the way out. He wasn't happy with the touches he was getting. A little jealous of Thielen, I feel. Thielen, as a guy that wasn't drafted very high, has really proven himself not only as a white Caucasian wide receiver, but just a wide receiver in the NFL. I love it. You know what I mean? But Justin Jefferson, I know the Saints fans were really like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? But they had issues on their O-line, which I'm glad they addressed. I thought that was going to be the best fit for him. Opposite side of Michael Thomas, or maybe in the slot, or, him and Emmanuel Sanders can flip-flop and, they can run the right side or the left side. That would have been fire. But I love Justin Jefferson, and I think there's a great chance for him to get offensive rookie of the year, depending on how many touches he gets. He's big, he's physical. He gives someone different than what you're going to be able to get with Thielen and the rest of the crew. So we'll see how it goes. I'm rooting for you guys. Ruiz did a message. It got retracted. Must have been something you didn't want me to see. Do you think Brady will have as much success in the NFC South as he did with the Patriots? I feel the NFC South is a much tougher division. The thing is with me, you know what I mean? I've never been a Brady guy. I've never been a Gronk guy. I'm not going to, overestimate or jump to big conclusions. The Saints are the best team in the NFC South. I'm a Bucs fan. I just got Tom Brady and Gronk. You name one other person on YouTube or in your friend group or anyone that's actually a Tampa fan that would say something like that. Fucking zero. But that's the truth. That's really what I feel. I think the first 6 games are going to be tough. You got the Saints game 1 in the Dome, game 6 against the Packers, and then a few games against like the Panthers and the Broncos, a few winnable games. So if they start off 5-1, 4-2, great. You know, I'm thinking they can win 10 to 12 games, but you don't really know. But it's exciting to be able to, to see where they're going to go after having Jameis Winston and just being a shitty team since 2007, right? Let's see here. Ruiz, drop a like, subscribe, keep it pushing. I love those Rams helmets. And turn your notifications on as well. NFL landscape after the NFL Draft 2020 with your boy Ryan and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, smash the like button, turn the notifications on, donate to your boy. Donations would be amazing. Anything you do, even $1. You want to get your name shown out in highlighted color and show support for the Northwest Sports Fanatics, the best on YouTube for anything NFL, and you guys know it too, because we know it. And you guys have the most passion, the most energy, the most everything that I would want in fans that follow the channel. Like, I really do know a lot of y'all, maybe not face to face, but it's like I know who you are to a certain degree, what teams you root for. That shit means something to me. I really like being able to share those moments with fans of every team because I'm a fan of every team in the NFL. Goat James, what's up? With the wide receivers Brady now has, it's hard to think that he won't have success. Yeah, I think he definitely is going to be better than people think. A lot to prove. He's had a much larger impact than Tebow did. Dylan, W26. What's up? What's up, my guy? Pierpont, I can tell you smoked. I didn't smoke. Young Nola, my boy. Justin Wills, do you think the Panthers are getting slept on? Absolutely. But you lost Cam Newton. You lost Riverboat Ron. You lost Luke Kuechly. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You can be optimistic. Maybe you can get second place, third place in the NFC South, Falcons, at the very, very back end. Panthers, Bucks fighting it out for second, right? And then the Saints at the top. We'll see where it goes. We'll see if Coach Rule is really the real deal or if they made a mistake bringing him on. I like him. Different type of personality. Got that Baylor mentality. A little cheating at Baylor, you know what I mean? But I feel that Art Briles and whatnot, Baylor Bears, right? But I like them, and I'm hoping that they have success. But they lost a lot. Bradley Davis has been following the channel since 2017. It's wild. It's been 3 years now. Time flies. I know. I appreciate that, man. It's awesome. And we grew really fast the first couple years when YouTube was promoting us. But then last year, they don't really push our videos. When you watch a video on YouTube and then you have like recommended videos, for the longest time, it was all our videos after. So you could just kind of like go through this video, this game. And then all of a sudden they stopped and they started promoting like other, NFL, whoever, other people's channels. I'm saying it's kind of disheartening a little bit, you know what I mean? But we keep grinding, I'm saying eventually we'll get enough people that'll share it and, we'll get to the 20K, 3 million views, and then the 30 and the 40 and the 50, the 100K. I mean, I'm saying I feel that as long as we don't quit, people can vibe with us, they can relate with us, but we call it down the middle. We don't sugarcoat shit. We don't lie. We're not bandwagon, you know what I'm saying? And you get a lot of knowledge, I feel, I'm saying? Like I really feel that you get more here, you get entertained and you get the knowledge here more than you get on podcasts and TV because a lot of that shit is scripted and fake. People like to argue, Skip and Shannon for ratings. You know what I'm saying? 3 years, man. Appreciate that. Artisan says, I know Teddy B isn't Cam, but I feel a lot of the Panthers fans are underestimating him. I don't think people are underestimating him. I think they like him. But it's Cam Newton is Cam Newton, Superman. Teddy Bridgewater is Teddy Bridgewater. It's different. Taj Johnson, sup? Too Fast 49. What's up, Orion Pax? How you doing? I'm okay, man. I was in a sad point and a depressed point for a little while, but I'm a little bit better. Who won the draft? That's a good question, man. I mean, there's things that really stood out to me. God, I'm thirsty. In the draft, Hilaire, Clyde Edwards-Hilaire from LSU going to the Chiefs. That's insane. They had an option for DeAndre Baker, Jonathan Taylor. I mean, they could have went so many different routes, and he was probably the fourth best running back / wide receiver / anywhere you want to put him, but he's the best fit. And I'm thinking that he's going to really show out. The Chiefs are the real deal. I know you got Mahomes, in the picture there, you can see him. They are the new Patriots. I don't mind saying it. I know what I know. Patrick Mahomes is so off the chain, so raw, so amazing that if you're not a Chiefs fan, of course you're wanting, your chance to get the Super Bowl or get the dub or get the win. But I could really see Patrick Mahomes, no joke, today, right? May 2020. He plays 15 to 20 years. I could see him getting as many championships as Brady, regardless if Andy Reid is there for all of those or not, or maybe even surpassing. I think he's that fucking good. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, he could go down, to me, from what I've seen and just his intuition, footwork, knowledge, raw talent, arm strength, I've never seen. I've watched Joe Montana. I've watched Brett Favre. I've been watching football since '85. So you got to think I've really watched a lot of tape and a lot of old Super Bowls. Bart Starr. Johnny Unitas. Terry Bradshaw with the Steelers. Even though he doesn't get enough credit for those 4 Super Bowls in the '70s. Right? Joe Montana is my guy. I always loved him. Peyton Manning, Brady, Breeze, Favre. You can go down the list of all the guys, but I really think that he could go down in history as not only, getting those big rings, that championship, that dynasty like the Patriots, but he could go down as possibly, if he can stay injury-free, as the best quarterback of all time. That's a bold statement. Some people like him, some people love him. Chiefs fans are obviously definitely madly in love. But I think other people on the outside looking in don't really realize how great he is. I mean, I would give an arm and a leg for a Patrick Mahomes. You got to have the right guys around, calling plays, better defense. But he's so raw and untradeable. How we heard about Russell Wilson maybe going to the Browns when they had Baker Mayfield for the number 1, what that could have been, right? Russell Wilson's the other guy I feel that's almost untradeable, even though the Seahawks might decide to go in a new path, which would be fucking stupid if you were trying to compete with the Niners and the Cardinals with what they got, D-Hop and Kyler and Larry Fitz, and Rams bouncing back with Sean McVay, Niners trying to repeat, go back to the Super Bowl. Why? It's just crazy to me. But I love Mahomes. And then if you saw the Russell Wilson thing on Twitter or like Bleacher, never has got any votes for MVP, which is just fucking ridiculous because he means more to that Seahawk franchise and us here in the Northwest than maybe even Damian Lillard. I mean, we got Damian Lillard for the Blazers and Russell Wilson. I mean, that's awesome. Great guys on and off the field, but I think people don't really understand how great they are in the community and everything that they bring for the franchises here in the Northwest. I'm excited to see Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Sorry if I spelled that word wrong. Going to be a big year for rushing and passing. Damn right, Charlie. I agree. When you have 3 veteran quarterbacks, it's kind of hard to compete. So Teddy B at the bottom of the list. Agreed. Amber M. Jedi. Mind Tricks. Philadelphia in 223. What up, Orion? Fly, Eagles fly. Damn right. Apple Music. All that. NOLA. I'm starting to get caught up. I'm more than halfway, I promise. So I'm going to get caught up with everyone. Appreciate everyone being patient, but that's why people, appreciate this channel. No doubt Teddy isn't as good as the other 3 QBs, but he's a good quarterback that will become great, I think. Artisan 09. He's only going to become, I don't think he'll become great, ever. No, they don't have the weapons around him, I feel. And I don't think he is one of those guys like a Drew Brees, Favre, Montana. I'm saying, you say great. That's what I think. Manning, Brady. It's different. Started collecting cards, Orion Pierpont. Awesome. I've been doing it since I was 5 years old. Better pick up CMC in fantasy because he's going to get fed. Damn right. Sports cards. Awesome. I'll put the link here for y'all to follow. Young Nola. Follow the SoundCloud. Damn right. Rams uniforms kind of look like Chinese knockoffs. Not going to lie, but that's just me, Artisan. People said they look like Best Buy or Circuit City kind of, uniforms or whatever. I'm definitely posting this video. Bro, I got you. I appreciate the support. I don't believe the NFL media is racist. They are, though, Pierpont. Come on, bro. They are. You see certain white guys, Caucasian guys in the media, they're riding or dying for Carson Wentz, but they can't give any love to Dak. Not just because he's on the Cowboys, right? But he's a brother. I think the brothers support their guys, which they should, right? But sometimes have a little hate against the white guys. or the guys that are Caucasian or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, let's be real about it. I can see it in their eyes. I can see it in their voices, and they try to act like they're not kind of a racist about they like their race of quarterback better. But let's be real. You can tell. I mean, people of the same race or same color or same, interest, they connect and they vibe, right? And sometimes they have special preferences. Black guys, brothers, want to hang out with brothers. Some brothers will hang out with other races, right? But brothers like brothers. White guys will hang out with other white guys, right? I'm not saying it's all like that across the country, but that's I kind of feel like when I watch certain things, when they talk about certain QBs, and depending on who they are, it just seems like they try to be a quiet racist person, but they don't want to be like so open about it because that's not a cool thing. Obviously, in America or worldwide, globally, to be openly racist, it's frowned upon. You know what I mean? But I think a lot of people try to cover it up and act like everyone's got a little bit of racism in them. It just depends on, if you let an experience or a thing happen to you from, maybe getting jumped or, someone, said something to you of maybe another color, another race, and then you hold all the things against that race based off that one incident. It's natural sometimes for that shit to happen, but not every single person of any race is going to be necessarily a bad person. There's bad in every race. Just being real. Let's see. I don't believe NFL media is racist. Pierpont, I think they are. I just hope the Panthers don't wear out CMC. I'm nervous about how much he runs Thunder Dash. Well, you need him. He's your bell cow now. Feel like the Cowboys fans weren't so obnoxious, they wouldn't be hated so much. Right, but the thing is that the Cowboys get hate from everyone. Right? Some Cowboys fans are douchebags. Guys, girls, whatever, you know what I mean? But some of them are, decent people. Some people have like bad experiences with certain people of certain fans. No, but you got to think, Troy Aikman, Emmett, his birthday, I believe, is today. Michael Irvin, Dion, prime time. You know what I mean? Of course they're holding on to the fucking past. 3 Super Bowls, 92, 93, 95. Probably could have won in 94 if Dion wasn't there. He was really the key. Wherever he went in 94 or 95, that's who really is winning the Super Bowl. He was that dominant. But, when you have great teams like that, of course you're going to hang on to that. You hope Tony Romo, you hope Dak and the team is going to be like it was back then. But as you guys know, NFL's tough. Sometimes those are your heydays. And it takes a long time to get back. And sometimes you can't replicate those Hall of Fame players. You're not going to get another Troy Aikman just walking through the door, or a Michael Irvin, or Dion or Emmett. I mean, Emmett is one of the best ever. Aikman, probably a top 20 all-time, somewhere in there, right? Irvin, probably a top 15 all-time wide receiver. You could argue somewhere in the top 10. Solid, physical, shit talker, but he could back it up like Dion. That was just their MO. I was a Niner fan, growing up, Montana, Rice, and the rest, John Taylor. I can go on and on and on. But that's how it is. Some Cowboys fans are just kind of douchebag people, and some are chill. But it doesn't matter who's the quarterback on the Cowboys or the Patriots. Cowboys are just hated because that's just how it is. They're just the most hated team in the NFL. Period. And then you get the Patriots, you hate them because of all the winning and the cheating. And you're just sick and tired of them winning, and then them cheating, and then them getting away with it, and then not really getting penalized the way that you want them to get penalized. And then it's like best friends with Goodell, and it's just like, Super Bowl, whatever. But as us, as NFL fans on the outside looking in, there's always going to be an asterisk there as, cheaters, regardless of, who was involved. So that's how it goes. Great team, great players, but you're never going to be known as like legit. Like Houston Astros, that shit is gone. You're no longer legit. You stole that shit from the Dodgers, my dad's team. You know what I mean? You're never going to go down. Altuve, Springer, all their studs, Verlander, You know what I mean? Like, you thought, wow, this is a dynasty. They're really tearing shit up. And then you find out they cheat, and you're like, fuck. It just ruins sports sometimes when you see these guys dominate, and then you have to question, are they cheating? Are they on PEDs? Are they on drugs? And then if they do get caught, it's like a bad taste in your mouth. You know what I mean? Unless it's not your team or whatever. But if it is, you're just like, fuck. Then you get in denial mode, I imagine. Dak is overrated. I disagree. He said, Young Nola on Cash App. He said, Young Nola's like, I need some money too. He said, I hate Dak because he's on the Cowboys, not anything else. Pierpont. Imagine if Travis Etienne and CMC were together on the Panthers. We would be a dangerous rushing team. Agreed. Looking forward to Jared Cook playing like a monster. Creepy Joe. Nobody can hang with KC, especially if they play more aggressive in the first half. Agreed. I think they are in the prime position with the starters they're returning to go back-to-back. And, it's tough to be able to go back-to-back and be champs back-to-back. But if anyone can do it, it's Chiefs. Maybe the Ravens get them this season with Lamar and the rest of their squad. That's a possibility. But those are the two best teams by far in the AFC probably for the next 5 to 8 years. Ravens, Chiefs. And it'll be back and forth with them in the AFC Championship game and Super Bowls. I could definitely see Ravens making maybe at least one or two. Not saying they're going to win, but they can get there. Possibly they can win one, right, with Lamar. And then if, for them to do that, they would have to have beaten Mahomes and the Chiefs. And, if every time the Chiefs are in the Super Bowl, they got to be the favorite team with Mahomes. Period. This is how I feel. Saints can hang with KC. They don't have a defense, buddy. They do. Nola. That would be a good matchup, though. Would be a good matchup. Young Gotti talking sports. COVID is blown way out of proportion. It's all politics. Saints Chief game would be a shootout. Have you seen Dwayne, man? He looks good in shape, skinny now. Amber, sorry to hear that. Mom and Grandpa. Yeah, it is really serious out there. I'm praying for everyone. Do you think Oregon will switch home and play in Columbus this year? I know it's coming up where they're coming, to our spot, which is exciting. I'm going to go. It's like second or third game if we have fans that are allowed to go to Eugene for college football. But we'll see. Ruiz says, all good, bro. Just notice you hurting, bro. The COVID shit got people midlife crisis. Smoke some shit. Hope for the best. Let's talk football. I heard Bucks winning the South. We'll see. Yeah, it's been tough, man. I think a lot of people are going through depression or maybe suicidal thoughts or depression thoughts, and people are doing a lot more drinking and drugs and other shit just to kind of cope. Sports is like one of those things I don't think people really realize like how really important it is to hardcore fans. You know what I mean? It's like we need this. We need it. It's like that release, that escape, but it's like you love it so much. Cook, Sanders, Taysom Hill, Mahomes throwing 38 TDs thing coming up this season. Apparently you don't watch games if you don't know who those are. Artisan says, I'm getting close. Moss went undrafted. I was surprised about that. Randy Moss's son. And we'll see what he does with the Redskins. Nolans is getting old. They're still great, though. Creepy Joe says, you trying to say Cook is better than Kelsey? We know that's not true. That's a big part of why Mahomes is the best player in the NFL, to me personally. Because you got a number one with you. I mean, Tyreek the Freak Hill, you got the number one, fast, speed kills type of player, and you got the best tight end, which is essentially like can't guard Mike and having the best wide receiver, someone that is the best in the NFL that can really dominate. Lenny D says, I can't agree with that, Orion. They slander Wentz name every day, all day. If they get the chance, they praise Dak all the time. I don't think a lot of people praise Dak. I mean, certain people in the media, that do. But I'm just saying from what I see, you know what I mean? I can read people pretty well. It's one of those things that sports is supposed to bring people together. But I think there's a lot more underlining favoritism, for sports, music, things like that. Just from what I've seen from my friends and other people that I've associated with, and I've been around. I'll give you a great example, right? The rap game, right? You got brothers that love, the gangstas, right? And the black rappers, of course, right? You relate, you get it, right? But the funny thing is like when you get certain like white or foreign people, different, not brothers, right, that like rap. Let's say you get let's say I have a friend. Let's say his name is Jeff, right? He's just a Caucasian white dude, right? He'll like, the hardcore, brother, whoever it is. Doesn't matter. Meek Mill, Drake, E40, Kanye. I can go on and on and on. Snoop, whoever, right? But then they really ride or die, whether they want to, say it. Not that it's trying to be like everyone's racist or whatever, right? Just feel me for a second. But like you get guys like Lil Dicky or certain like white rappers that maybe the brothers aren't feeling as much, and then you get like certain people that are really rooting for like their race of person or someone that they can feel they can relate to really fall in the rankings, and have a place in the rap game. Because obviously a lot of people that aren't the brothers, right? Unless you're like Eminem, they definitely get kind of like judged more. But I feel, the color and the race is why do people have to go that route? But it's just something that happens personally. You know what I mean? But I feel Lenny D, you know what I mean? It's one of those things you can hate on Dak and you can hate on the other teams in the NFC East because that's what you do, right? Redskins, Eagles, Cowboys, Giants. You just hate the other players on the other team. It's normal, right? But there might be a day where Dak Prescott is the starting quarterback for the Philadelphia Eagles. And I don't think people realize that might be something that could happen. And then what do? You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. They need to pay Dak, but what do you think the amount he's really worth? A lot, because, they don't got anybody behind him. He's not top 5 quarterback, but he's, you got to think for a guy that went 3rd or 4th round, no expectations, he's definitely overachieved, but he's on the Cowboys, so he's getting a lot of flack and a lot of hate. If Carson Wentz was on the Cowboys and he got, interceptions or played a certain way that wasn't up to, most people's standards, he would get crucified, on that team. If you're on the Cowboys, that's just what happens. They just love to judge those quarterbacks and those players on that team just because of the hate around the league for that team and the Patriots. So I know the Saints for the best fan base. NOLA. DevW106, I really hope Herbert is a star. I know you're an Oregon guy too. Yeah, it's going to take some time though. Amber M, good night. It was nice being here. Thank you for leaving a like. Peace out. I'll be on earlier. You know what I mean? I just wanted to hop on just to say what's up. Talk with you guys. Come on, Orion, you my guy, but get real. That's not realistic. Why not? Why is it not realistic? How do you know? You can't predict the future. A lot of times, like, if you were a Redskin and an Eagle fan, right, and then I told you back in the day when they drafted Donovan and, he was great at Syracuse, that one day that he would be on the Redskins facing against you after, having a great career, you wouldn't believe it. You think, he could end his career somewhere else, but sometimes guys land in the division. You know what I mean? Just saying. You got to keep a open mind about things. So not going to lie, I'm pretty tired, but this is entertaining, so I'm going to stay awake. Well, I'm not going to stay on too much longer. Like I said, I just wanted to say what up. Miss you guys. I love you guys. Talk about the landscape with Chiefs, what I think about their team, what I feel that they're going to do. Chiefs, Ravens, that's where it's at. Everyone else, not on the same level. AFC. NFC, whole nother ball game. Niners, Saints, Green Bay. Who else? There's a few others that could make some noise. Tampa, Seattle, Rams. It's open. There's possibilities everywhere on all the teams. Eagles, Cowboys, but Chiefs are on another level though. I'm just saying. Do I have high hopes for the Bucs? Damn right I do. Of course I do, man. Haven't been to playoffs since 2007, so of course I want to have a little success. You feel me? But I wish I would have hopped on a little bit earlier. It's almost midnight, 1 minute from midnight here at your guys' location, probably 2, 3 in the morning. So I just want to say I love you guys. Appreciate you guys. I'm going to hop off. I'm going to hop back on probably tomorrow or Sunday, try to get another stream in earlier so we can vibe and talk. But I just wanted to say hello. I love you. Appreciate you guys. Keep your head up. Sometimes the mental health is, it's a lot more serious than people think. You know what I mean? And sometimes you just need someone to talk to and understand that we're hopefully we can have an NFL season, college football season to give us a little normal, a little, back to what we're used to, but we'll see where it's at. But AK41, Charlie, Lenny D, Amber, Dev, W10, Nola, all you, I appreciate you guys, all the rest of the people that are in the chat. Maybe I don't know, I probably won't hop back on. I mean, it's already super late, but I just wanted to hop on because it's been a couple weeks to let you know that I'm not dead. Marcus ain't dead. You know what I mean? We've just been working, going through a lot of shit. But miss you guys too much to stay away for so long. But I'll try to hop on again on Saturday. Sunday, we'll talk more about the landscape, and if you have questions about your team, the draft, anything that you want to talk about, we can do it. NFL Landscape after NFL Draft 2020 with your boy Ryan and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Smash the fucking like button. Hit the notification button. Donate to your boy if you can at any point. And if you're looking for merch, Northwest Sports Fanatic merch, link is below every video on our YouTube page. So you guys take it easy. I might hop back online later. I don't think so, though. It's pretty late. But be on the lookout. Maybe I will. Love you guys. Peace out, and I'll be back probably tomorrow or Sunday. Be safe, y'all. Love you.